Hello, I'm going to capture what we talked about with the digital learning roadmap and how to manipulate those Google Slides and a few other tips and tricks so that you have them as you continue to update your Google or your digital learning roadmap. Let's get started. All right. So the first thing I have right here is I have pulled up my learning roadmap. So you'll notice, again, I can't really click on anything and move it around. You may notice those horizontal bars are not in my Google slide anymore. So the first thing I want to do is show you how to get rid of those. So I am going to add a slide in here to show you how to undo. So again, I can't move anything on this slide. So what you do is go to slide and then go edit master. Now this gives you the opportunity to change anything. Please remember, we don't want you to change much. So really the only thing that you can do is take out these bars. So you click on it and delete. Click on it and delete. And then go back and they're gone. Okay. And again, I can't do anything in here anymore. So I'm going to delete this slide, and to delete a slide, you click on the slide till you have that orange bar around it or orange border, and then you delete. So the first thing is I need to populate a learning roadmap for the first week of school. In the August 31st agenda, Jenny provided a link to what's called the first week of school document. And in that document, you're going to find on page 2 at the top, the learning roadmap for the week. And it looks like this. So I want to get all this information onto my slide deck. So the way that I do that is I take and I click my mouse, and I'm still holding it down. And it does not have to be precise. I can click here, I can click here. My goal is that I want to draw a box around the whole slide that includes everything that I want to copy and then paste. So I'm going to click and hold it. You'll see that crosshair. And then I'm going to drag and pull a box. And when everything's included, again, you don't have to be precise. So you're not trying to get all these, just something like this. Then when I get that box that includes everything, I'm going to let go. And you're going to notice everything that's a text box or an image has a light blue border around it. Once that happens on my keyboard, I'm going to hit Control and C for copy. Then I'm going to go over to my slide deck, and I'm going to click anywhere. You can click anywhere in this slide. It does not matter where you click. And then hit Control V. I learned today that means Velcro. Thanks, Steve. And so that is pasting it in here. So now I have that pasted. Do you need to keep the Bobcat? No, you can take the Bobcat out and you can leave it blank, or you can add something of your own. A lot of people like the Bitmojis. So if you want to add a Bitmoji, you can do that. Double click or drag. So the thing about this Bitmoji, I like it. I don't really need it to say sign me up though. So I can double click and I get this black border around. Then I can drag that black border down and it's cropping. So these are your cropping lines is what we call them. And so now I have a cropped image, and then I can resize it from there. And I can stick this in. Of course, you may want to finagle the sizing even a bit more. It's yours. You can be as creative and clever as you want. This welcome video includes a brief message. So we don't want it to be long. We don't want it to bog down your feed, but we do want the kids to see your face and start making those personal connections. So you may want to walk them through what it is they're going to be doing. So review the learning targets, review the activities, the agenda for the week, and review what they would be working on during those asynchronous times, maybe even talking about the materials they need. So we were talking about paper pencil, have headphones, make sure your battery is charged, or you can plug in your Chromebook and then make sure you have your Chromebook. It can really be anything you want it. Just keep in mind that this is your kids' and family's ability to meet you face to face, in a sense, and we want it to be short. So don't be too long-winded on this. The way you add a video is this. So you go to Insert, Video. It's going to pull from your Google Drive unless you've already uploaded it to YouTube, and those people that have done that know how to do that, so I'm not going to go over it. And then you'll pull a video, select it, and then resize to fit in this box. Try to only use the corners, otherwise your proportions are going to be weird. And it doesn't fit exactly, but we were held by constraints with the template. So it's okay if it's super small, because once they start viewing it, they can actually make it go full screen. So they have that control. All right, so that's how you do that. A couple of key functions that I want you to know. If I wanted to duplicate this slide, because I'm now going to do the next week, again, I'm going to click over here and I'm going to get that orange border around there. And I'm going to use the shortcut key, so Control and then D for duplicate, and it duplicated my slide. It always goes under the previous slide. So I'm going to drag that to the top, because we always want the most current week to be on the top, because that's what they're going to see when they first go in. Then I'm going to take last week's slide and I'm going to change the background. So it's currently red because this is first period. And I'm going to change it to transparent, or you could click white. The idea is we just don't want it to be colored anymore. And then I can go up here and I can start changing the learning targets, the activities. I can upload a new video. I can do a different Bitmoji or personalization there. Again, you don't have to do a Bitmoji and you don't have to add any personalization if you don't want to, but you can. One word of caution: don't get too crazy with the personalization. So I told you with the text and everything, yes, you have the ability to use whatever text you want, but I'm going to show you something really quickly. So right now, Century Gothic is a very readable, it's spaced out pretty well, so it's accessible to people who have vision concerns. So if I changed this text to something like Cedarville Cursiva, that's hard to read. Like, there are kids who can't read that and families who can't read that. Just be mindful. There's one in here, this one, Shadows into Light. A lot of people like this one, but again, it is difficult to read that. So be mindful of the fonts that you're choosing and make sure that they're readable for people. I think that covers how to manipulate into Google Slides, but of course, if you have any questions with that, let me know. Now I'm going to show you how to drop this into your Google Classroom. I didn't get there today during our training, so let me show you how to do that. People have wondered about how I got mine to open like this. And there are two ways that you can do that. So the first way is when you are in your digital learning roadmap, you go over to File and you go all the way down to Publish to the Web. When you do that, it's going to bring up a link that looks like this, and it'll be highlighted for you. You simply Control-C, and then you've got that link. So you're going to go back to your Google Classroom. You're going to create, and again, it's going to be a material. You're going to say Start Here. Or you could say Digital Learning Roadmap, but it kind of already is under the Digital Learning Roadmap. So again, I like my emojis. They are visual cues for kids. There it is. Okay, and then populated down here, I'm going to hit copy, and then I'm going to go back. My cursor's in front already, so I will hit Control V Velcro for paste. Start here. So that's one way to do it. Another way would be when you're in your Google slide deck or your digital learning roadmap slide deck, you're going to copy and paste or copy that link. You'll go to tiny URL. You will paste it in, and then you're going to look for where it says edit. You're going to highlight the word edit down there and replace it with present. Make your tiny URL. And now you have this simple link here. So you can copy and paste that, or you can simply push the copy to clipboard. And then you would add that to your Google Classroom in the same way. So you would create a material, add it as a link. And as I said, oftentimes I like to add dynamic links in the text because those will still be dynamic in Guardian summaries. So when families get their summary either daily if they've set that up or at the end of the week, anything that you leave as a dynamic link, they will be able to use. The other thing that you need to make sure, if you're doing something that you want families to be able to use, they're not in our current domain. So you need to make sure that your sharing settings are set so that anyone on the internet can view the link. If you don't do that, they will have that little pop-up that says request access. So make sure anything you want them to be able to see is anyone on the internet can view this link. We also talked today about where does your syllabus go. So your syllabus is going to go under the resources. And these 3 items will be the first thing under these 3 topics, and they will stay there forever. So you're never going to move the Zoom link. It's always going to be here. You're never going to move the digital learning roadmap out of that section, and you never have to post it again. So it will automatically populate. Let me show you what that looks like on the website. So this is our family website. I have clicked on my name, but let me go back to show you that so you can see that. I forgot that this link doesn't work when I'm viewing it like this. So weekly assignment calendar is what I clicked on. And this will be what yours do. Now I'm going to unpublish mine right now because what I just did, you can see it's already live. So we're not going to have these go live yet. That's why you have your copies or your templates. So this is what it will look like. And then you will have those. Please, if you look at your name on our website and these titles for these class periods are different than what they should be, let me know and I can change them. I did the best I could with the master schedule, but I may have made some mistakes as the master schedule was continuing to change recently. So let me know if it's not accurate and I will fix that for you. So if you have any questions with your digital learning roadmap or uploading it to your Google Classroom or any tech questions in general, you know where to find me. Thanks.